On behalf of Panda Global and the PGstats team, welcome to the third installment in the PGR V2. Continuing along in our trek to the top, we are passing the halfway point towards the top 10. With so many breakout stars this season and several high-profile events, it is our deepest pleasure to present to you the 21 through 30. To reiterate, placements, peaks, and set counts were instrumental in determining these rankings, and our methodology is linked in the description below. As an additional reminder, the Tier 1 tournaments featured in this series were not the only tournaments used to calculate these results. Tier 2 and Tier 3 events, which are listed in our methodology section, were also used to supplement the results that these players garnered. Once again, my name is Suar, and guiding you through the next 10 competitors is Alpharad.
Hi everybody, once again it is Alpharad on behalf of PGstats and Panda Global. We are going to be going through the 21 to 30 rankings this season. Starting in 30th place, Circus Esports' proud Sonic main and Tri-State's own 6WX blazes into the PGR this season. Returning once again, 6WX has had an interesting season to say the least. Recovering from 129th at CEO earlier this summer, he proceeded to earn 25th at EVO and a peak at 9th at Super Smash Con. Known for his fiery style and relentless pressure, 6WX has acquired a series of Tier 2 placements from around the country that cannot be ignored. Scoring 5th at New Jersey's KTAR 18, 1st at Midwest Mayhem 4, 4th at Boston Shine 2016, and 5th at the pregame to Big House 6, Little Big House 2. 6WX has continually left his mark around the world in top 8, beating the likes of Ally, Mewtwo King, and Tweak. 6WX has the markings of a true threat, earning an X factor of -1. He is definitely kept in mind when considering the late stages of any tournament bracket. Looking forward to his future showings as he continues his trek to the top in 2017. Louisiana's Peach and Mystery and first-time PGR competitor SamSora reigns in the 29th spot this season. With the low of 49th at CEO and a high of 17th at both UGC Smash Open and Zero Saga, SamSora has wavered in between the top ranks of the upper echelons of the competition. With breakout performances against Ally and DeBuzz at Clutch City Clash and KTAR 19 respectively, SamSora sees 2nd and 5th at each event and demanded the attention of the national community. The savant of the neutral game, SamSora focuses his energy in subtle interactions throughout the match that repeatedly favor him. He has earned an X factor of -1 this season, which validates the notion in the minds of top players and community leaders alike that SamSora is not to be trifled with. Tune into him slaying his bracket this year at Genesis 4. The Captain Falcon from Georgia that has risen considerably from last season, Fatality leaps into 28th. Signed by Fly Society, Fatality has traveled extensively this season, attending 5 of the 6 Tier 1 events. Seizing 7th at Super Smash Con 2016, Fatality broke all expectations and was able to showcase Falcon's strengths in the national arena when he was otherwise dismissed as a suboptimal character. Electing to supplement his play with a secondary pick of Mario, Fatality nearly bested Void in the same tournament. Punctuating at the end of the season with a 13th at Zero Saga, Fatality has been able to defend the title as the best Falcon solo main in the world once again. Taking out Mars, Kamame, and SamSora this season, Fatality has been continually reinventing his play. Underrated with an X factor of -6, Fatality will have to continue to push his way into top 8 placings against other threats this season. The best Pikachu in the world electrifies us all at 27th this season. With a dominant history from Brawl, Panda Global's ESAM has been learning to adjust to a meta in which many have chosen to counterpick with secondary characters. With a noteworthy 17th at the beginning of the season as CEO, ESAM undeniably redeemed his mid-season results with an incredible 3rd place finish at St. Louis's UGC Smash Open. Going on an iconic tear by defeating Salem, Captain Zack, double eliminating Void, and even eliminating Nairo, ESAM then proved that he is capable of performing amazingly in today's metagame at a superior level. As well as taking 2nd at Shine 2016, the premier Boston Tier 2 event, ESAM has also made it a point to travel and perform around the country. With an X factor of +5, ESAM is validated as a tournament threat despite earlier inconsistencies this year. He will be at Genesis 4 putting on a show with the world's fiercest competitors. A household name in the Melee scene, Mewtwo King has continued to extend himself into the Smash Wii U community. with the Big House 6 where he placed 25th being the only tournament in which his bracket wasn't ended early due to a conflict with the parallel Melee bracket. Undoubtedly a master of the neutral game, Mewtwo King has placed resoundingly well in Tier 2 events across the Western world with a 2nd at Endgame, 3rd at Canada Cup, 4th at Apex 2016, and 5th place finishes at Get On My Level, MomoCon, Smash and Splash 2, What the Fox 2, Clutch City Clash, and Shine 2016. Mewtwo King had a strong start to the season when he famously 3-0'd at Get On My Level. Despite his absence later in the brackets at Tier 1 events, Mewtwo King still holds wins over names such as Ally, Larry Lurr, and Mr. E. With an X factor of +3, panelists expect to see Mewtwo King perform at a high level when his focus is completely engaged in a single bracket. Torn between Melee and Smash Wii U, Mewtwo King will be often forced to choose between performing well in one over the other next season as he competes around the world. Coming to us from the Chubu region in Japan is Pit's Master Extraordinaire. We have Earth, praised for his expert understanding of the neutral game and committing to only optimal options. Earth left his mark this season at 9th place at EVO 2016 this past summer. Known as a serious threat in Japan, Earth won Sumabato 10, placed 2nd at Sumabato 14, 4th at Sumabato 12, and 5th at Sumabato 13 and 11. With top tier names such as Kamame, Renai, and Kin under his belt, Earth has scored an incredible results this season, having only traveled to North America once. Despite his attendance in the West, panelists awarded Earth with an X factor of +4, which is indisputably tied to his amazing peaks in Japan. Earth will be returning to the United States for Genesis 4, having competed nearly a year ago at the same event and earning 13th place. With higher stakes and tougher competition, be on the lookout for Earth as he cuts into this season. MDVA's most lethal witch and VG Bootcamp's very own, we have Pink Fresh and his Bayonetta finishing at 24th. No stranger to the PGR, Pink Fresh has been an active member in the scene when he originally played a combination of Pit and Lucas. Rocking the entire scene, Pink Fresh won first place at 2 GGT Katar Saga, maintaining the SoCal curse and obliterating the competition. Within Tier 1 events, Pink Fresh is a threat as well, peaking both at Super Smash Con and UGC Smash Open at 17th. With the calm and collected demeanor, Pink Fresh silently advances in the most volatile of brackets nationwide. Traveling to compete as well, he also paid a visit to the Midwest where he placed 4th at Midwest Mayhem 4. Within his own region, he most notably placed 2nd at Glitch 2, a homegrown tournament hosted by Xanadu and VG Bootcamp. Defeating Mr. R, Mars, Tweak, and Mr. E all this season further serve as a testament to Pink Fresh's top-level understanding of Bayonetta. Given an X factor of -5, Pink Fresh has had to compete to stay ahead of the other nation's top Bayonetta players in a meta that has been continually shaped by innovation and novelty. Pink Fresh will continue to make showings around the country all of 2017. At 23rd lands us Southern California's Rich Brown. He has had an incredible breakout year in the second half of 2016. Known as one of the top Olimar players from the Brawl days, he stuck to Olimar in Smash 4 but finally found success when he made the switch to Mewtwo. After traveling to Europe's Syndicate and placing 2nd, placing 5th at 2 GGT's Abadongo Saga, and 3rd at Little Big House 2, Rich Brown has replicated success in many different environments. More than just high placings, he has taken down many top names like Abadongo, Kamame, Mr. E, Captain Zack, and has come close to taking down Zero in the last set they played, to the surprise of many. But with an X factor of -10, it seems he is still underestimated by the community despite his results this year. This SoCal native is a player, a personality, and a musician to boot. Rich Brown has a lot going for him and a bright future ahead, which is why Panda Global is proud to announce Rich Brown as the newest addition to the Panda family. Catch him all 2017 as he pushes the top-level Mewtwo meta and fights as a pro Panda Global competitor. Among Mexico's finest and this season's best Toon Link player, Yuga rises to 22nd from last season's 24th. Remembered for his legendary entrance and peak 5th place this summer at CEO 2016. Competing almost immediately after at EVO 2016, Yuga earned a respectable 25th. Among his other few results this season, Yuga placed 4th at 2 GGT Mexico Saga, 3rd at Texas's Low Tier City 4, and 2nd at Midwest Mayhem 4. Following an extended absence after EVO 2016, Yuga has remained relevant this season with such a strong start to the summer of Smash. He has managed to take out the notable names of Ally, Nairo, and Scott during his brief stint this season. Revolutionary in his use of item management, Yuga has pushed the Toon Link meta to new heights along with the other members of the Toon Link community who continually experiment with the newer, deadlier methods. Entering only 2 Tier 1 events, Yuga was still given a positive X factor of 3, which underpins the hype and excitement surrounding Mexico's Hyrulean hero. East Coast leading Mewtwo, Waddy rounds out the 20s at 21st this season. Of the prominent names in MDVA, Waddy continually comes to minds of many being ranked first in their power rankings. With humble beginnings as a Rob main, Waddy made the transition to picking up Mewtwo, and his Smash career has been all the better. With his first major tournament appearance at Pound 2016, Waddy attended both Super Smash Con and the Big House 6, earning 33rd and 13th respectively. Recognized for his intellectual style of play and rampant mind games, Waddy has made strides in Tier 2 events this season as well. With a 7th at 2GGT Abadonga Saga and a 7th at New Jersey's KTAR 19, Waddy has achieved a great deal of recognition by also taking the names of Ally, Dabuz, Anti, and Mars. Regardless of his peaks, Waddy was given an X factor of -3, which goes to show that extremely high expectations are placed on players in his level. Projected to many more events in 2017, Waddy will be aiming only for the gold. So that wraps it up for this season's 21 through 30 on the PGR. Everybody knows the names, but only we know the order, and you guys will find out within the following days, so be sure to stay tuned, and on behalf of Panda Globe and the PGstats, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and we'll see you guys soon.